Welcome. We are visiting Vedic Math Teachers Books Values. Vedic Math Teachers Book Values are having a specific section of Ganita Sutra's structures values. In the previous two sessions, we have been face to face with the structural keys of Ganita Sutra 1 and Ganita Sutra 2. Today, we shall be visiting structural key of Ganita Sutra 3. Ganita Sutra 1 is the source of sutra. The text of Ganita Sutra 1, Eka Adhikain Purvain, is a composition of 16 letters. These 16 letters are preserving the structural keys of Ganita Sutras 1 to 16 and also of Ganita Sutras 1 to 13. Presently, we are chasing the organization of structural keys of Ganita Sutras 1 to 16. However, here it would be relevant to note that values range 1 to 16 is having 29 factors. Value 29 is parallel with 16 plus 13, and that way the factors of this range will be availed for having a chase of the structural keys of Ganita Sutras 113. Ganita Sutra 1, Ekadhiken Purvain, is having its first letter A, the sixth vowel. This sixth vowel is having association value 3, value 6. It is value 6 which takes us to 6 space and to 6 space body. Sun is a 6 space body. As such, the structural key of Ganita Sutra 1, which is preserved in its first letter, will sequentially takes us to sixth vowel, value 6, 6 space content, 6 space domain, 6 space bodies, Sun, Purusha. Therefore, the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 1 is to be chased, is to be unlocked, is to be followed, is to be worked out in terms of these features of the first letter of this text. The second letter of Ganita Sutra 1 is Ka, Ka Brahma. As such, the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 2 is to be chased, is to be followed, is to be worked out in terms of the features of the second letter. The second letter Ka, as Ka Brahma, is leading to value 4, and value 4 ahead takes us to 4 space content, 4 space body, the creator, the supreme Brahma himself. Now, step ahead, the third letter of the text of Ganita Sutra 1, Ekadiken Purvain, is O. It is of TC value 2. It takes to 2 space content, 2 space bodies. One may have a pause here and take note that value 6 as 6 space domain, value 4 as 4 space dimension, and value 2 as dimension of dimension makes a sequential system, a sequential setup. This sequential setup of values triple 642 as such is parallel with the transcendence within six-space domain. The transcendence within six-space domain means that we are transcending through six-space in terms of its dimension, namely four space. Then at next step, the transcendence is in terms of dimension, that is two space as dimension of four space and as dimension of six space. One may have a pause here and take note that two space is having three space as its origin. It is here where, with change of the role from three space as origin to three space as dimension, that we will be having a reach at five space. Three space, which is origin of two space, also a dimension of a five space. Five space with its solid dimension 3 makes a setup of a dimensional frame of five solid dimensions equal to value 15. Ganita Sutra-3 Udharvatiryabhyam is a text of 15 letters. The first letter of Ganita Sutra 1a is of value 6. First two letters of text of Ganita Sutra 2 Ni are of TC value 10. And first three letters of the text of Ganita Sutra 3 Udhr Urd is are of TC value 15. Let us have a pass. Letter 3 of the text of Ganita Sutra 1 is the structural key of the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 3. First three letters of the text of Udharvatiryabhyam as of value 15 express the mathematical domain of this sutra. Let me have a pass. The third letter of Ganita Sutra 1 leads to the structural key of Ganita Sutra 3. First three letters of the text of Ganita Sutra 3 lead us to the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 3. The mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 3 in terms of first three letters of each value 15 take us to value 5 as TCB punch is 15. One shall sit comfortably and have comprehensive view, comprehensive imbibing of all these features on the computer screen or the expression sheets. The first expression sheet on the left side is of three parts. The first part is depicting Sutra 1, 2, 3 in first column, A, Ka and A as the first three letters in that sequential arrangement of the text of Ganita Sutra 1. And then there are given values 642, parallel 6 space, 4 space, 2, 2. The middle part of this expression sheet further details, tabulates the first two and first three letters of the text of Ganita Sutra 1, 2, and 3 respectively. These are A, Ni, and Urt. These are of TC values 6, 10, and 15. The mathematical domains are depicted by first letter for the first sutra, first two letters for the second sutra, and first three letters for the third sutra. These, in terms of values, comes to be 6, 10, and 15. The value 6 is parallel with the format of hypercube 2. Value 10 is parallel with the format of hypercube 3. And value 15 is parallel with the solid dimensional frame 5 space. Mathematical domains values and the structural keys values are being parallelly tabulated here. The third part, the lower part, this expression sheet indicates that Ganita Sutra 1, as one more than before, is availing a sequential progression format of a line. The second sutra, Nikhlim Navastacharmam Dashata, with its working rule, all from line 9 and last from 10, depicts as there being a progression inward from both sides of an interval and having a surface format for the middle point. And the Sutra-3 Udartiribhyam is having the format of a vertical plane. These features deserves to be imbibed well. Here in the expression sheet on the right side of the computer screen tabulates sutras, their letters and TC values. Sutra 1 is a text of 16 letters leading to TC value 75. Sutra 2 is a text of 28 letters leading to TC value 107. Sutra 3 is a text of 15 letters leading to TC value 58. In the lower part of this expression sheet is organization of the integrated format of letters of sutras and upsutras. Upsutras bridge the gap between the consecutive sutras. The mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 1 is, together with the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 1, provides us a smooth transition for the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 2. Therefore, the integrated organization format of the Sutra and Sutras comes to be a Sutra 1, followed by Sutra 1, followed by Sutra 2, followed by Sutra 2, followed by Sutra 3, followed by Sutra 3, and so on. In this format, the number of letters make a column of values 16, 10, 28, 18, 15, and 20. These are the features which will help us have an insight as to how the structural keys and the mathematical domains of these sutras and upsutras make a mathematical integrated domain. The integrated mathematical domain of the sutras and upsutras is being reached at in terms of this integrated format. Now, let us revisit the text of Ganita Sutra 3 and the structural features and formats. Here in the context, it would be relevant to take note that we are having 7 chand: Gayatri, Ushanik, Anushtup, Madhyama, Pankti, Trishtup, and Jagati. These in sequential organization of Ganita Sutra 1 are having values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. However, when there is a transition from a linear order to a spatial order, then this range of chand, 7 meters, in reverse orientation take us to values 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and 9. There is a jump or value 8. It is here where we can have a have an insight as to how, when we organize x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, 1, 2, and 3, then the same in the reverse orientation will take us to z-axis 1, y-axis 2, and x-axis 1. So the third axis z is in one orientation is having value 3, and in another orientation it is having value 1. It is a jump or value 2. Therefore, this organization will provide us insight as to why the text of Ganita Sutra 3 is of 15 letters and why the first 3 letters as well are making TC value 15, and further as to how the punch formulation is having a TC value 15. All these features deserve to be comprehended well, to be imbibed fully, and for the comprehensive view, the depiction on the right side of the computer screen is well indicative as that Udharv Bhyam is a format which provides superimposition of a higher order upon the lower order. We know that origin is of higher dimensional order. The transcendence from within the origin gets imposed upon the lower order of the domain. It is this feature which ultimately will take us to the working steps and other connected features of the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 3. Thank you very much.